Imagine facing a world that tells you your love is wrong, and yet finding strength not in fighting alone, but in holding the hand of the one you love. Lesbian couples don't just share affection, they share resilience. And today, we're exploring how love itself becomes a shield, a healing force, and a profound source of psychological strength. You'll learn how lesbian couples uniquely support each other through challenges, what psychology calls resilience through attachment. We'll uncover how shared identity, emotional attunement, and everyday acts of care become powerful tools for mental health. By the end, you'll not only understand the science behind this resilience, but also see how love, in its truest form, can rewire the brain for hope and healing. What you're about to learn might just change the way you see yourself, or your relationships. Let's begin with a simple truth. Humans survive through connection. The American Psychological Association defines resilience as the process of adapting well in the face of adversity. But resilience isn't built in isolation, it is built in relationships. For lesbian couples, this resilience often carries an extra layer. Navigating societal stigma, family rejection, or subtle forms of exclusion. Research in attachment theory shows that when someone feels securely connected to a partner, their nervous system calms. Stress hormones decrease, and the brain perceives safety. In other words, love literally rewires the body to handle life's challenges. Take the story of Maya and Elena. When Elena came out, her family distanced themselves. The rejection was devastating, and she began to spiral into depression. But Maya, her partner, became a stabilizing force. She reminded Elena daily, "Your worth isn't defined by their acceptance." Psychologists call this emotional co-regulation, the ability of one partner to regulate the emotional state of the other. Over time, Elena's depression eased, not because the world changed, but because love gave her the resilience to stand strong in it. This is the hidden power of couples. They become each other's safe harbor. There's another psychological dimension here: shared identity. According to social identity theory, belonging to a group shapes how we view ourselves. For lesbian couples, love isn't just about intimacy, it's about shared belonging in a world that often denies it. Studies from the Journal of Homosexuality reveal that couples who validate each other's identities show higher levels of psychological well-being. It's not just me and you, it's us against the world. That sense of us is incredibly protective for mental health. But resilience isn't always built in dramatic moments. It's often built in the quiet rituals of daily life. Small affirmations like, "I'm proud of you," or "You're safe with me," act as microdoses of psychological healing. Neuroscience tells us that repetition of safety signals, like touch, eye contact, or verbal reassurance, strengthens neural pathways linked to trust and calmness. Lesbian couples, who often navigate minority stress together, instinctively create these safe rituals. They build what I like to call a bubble of belonging, in a world that sometimes feels unwelcoming. So far, we've explored stories and science. Now, let's break this into 3 pillars, 3 anchors that lesbian couples often rely on for resilience. Emotional counter-regulation, calming each other's storms through empathy and attunement. Shared identity, turning love into a protective shield against external rejection. Daily rituals of safety, small, consistent acts of love that rewire the brain for trust. These aren't abstract ideas, they're practices couples can build intentionally, and they apply to anyone seeking resilience through love. And here's the beautiful paradox. When lesbian couples support each other, their resilience doesn't just stay between them. It radiates outward. Their love becomes an act of quiet resistance against prejudice. It becomes a model of what psychologists call post-traumatic growth, the ability to transform suffering into strength. So, what can we take away? Love, in its most authentic form, isn't just romance, it's resilience training for the soul. Lesbian couples remind us that support, validation, and small daily acts of care can turn wounds into wisdom. And here's the takeaway for you. Ask yourself, how can I be a source of resilience for the person I love? Because resilience isn't born in isolation, it's born in connection.